So in this video we're going to be doing something, or trying to do something, about the fact that this Stiga Park 120 keeps on slipping when it's being driven uphill. So we're going to be changing these tyres for something a bit more meaty. So these tyres are a 155/50-8 size. For Stiga's larger, more expensive, however you want to look at it, range of ride-on mowers, they make a winter tyre set which has got essentially a snowblower tyre on it. But unfortunately that's not available for this model, so I've had to have a look at what we can do. There aren't many other tyres, certainly nothing really came to my attention when I was searching that's got a more aggressive tread pattern that would fit on this mower in the exact same size. So I've had to be a little bit creative. So 155/58. The 8 is inches, and that's the diameter of the rim. The 155 is the width of the tyre. So this bit in millimeters, and then 50 means that the sidewall height is 50% of the width. So this is 50% of that. Most other tyres, the sizes are quoted in inches. The diameter of the tyre, the complete tyre, is the first number, and then the width of the tyre in inches is the second, and then the last one is the rim diameter. So, bit of calculation. There isn't anything that's the same size. What I've come up with is these. That's a BKT TR315, obviously much more aggressive pattern. That's a 16/6.5-8, so that means it's 16 inches in diameter. In fact, it's not quite 16 inches, it's a bit smaller. 6.5 wide, which is about the same as what's on there already, and then 8, obviously same size as the other one. I'm hoping that my measurements are correct and that these will fit. They're going to be quite tight because you can see this mower's got a wheel arch, and that's part of the chassis, so we can't do anything about that. But I'm hoping they're going to fit, so we're going to jack this up, take the wheel off and see how we get on. I'm going to use a trolley jack to jack this up, and I'm going to jack it up here because this is a really solid piece of metal and the transmission is bolted to it. And then I'm going to put some blocks of wood under the transmission, just on that flat piece there, and that will enable me to support the mower while I'm taking the wheels off. So this cap comes off, this pulls, and we've got a clip to take off. And a washer. And then the wheel just pulls off. The washer on the back, just be aware of that and remember it when you're putting it back. So you can see the wheel's got a little key inside it. Okay, so working on a cloth just to try and avoid scratching the rim, and take the valve out. Put that safe with the other bits and pieces. Now the next thing to do is break the bead, which may be tricky or maybe straightforward. I'm going to try with my feet first of all. So stepping on it didn't really work. What I ended up doing was putting it in a vise, squeezing that way, and I'm just going round now with a tyre lever and gradually loosening the bead. I think it's pretty much loose all the way around now. case of gradually working it round, and eventually it's coming off there and into the centre, which allows the tyre to move around a bit and hopefully allows us to take it off. Quite helpful to be working on the floor so you can put your weight on the wheel. So now the bead's completely off the rim on both sides. What we'll try and do now is take the tyre off. Sometimes best to get 2 levers in before you fully push up. And there we go. Hopefully that one will come out. Trying to bite off too big a section, that was the problem there. Just a little bit at a time. There we go. Soapy water saves the day. Okay, let's just clean that up and then put the new one on. To make sure I get this tyre going in the right direction, which I have. Okay, some more washing up liquid on this side. Well, it's quite useful to work on the floor because I'm holding one tyre lever with the back of my leg, trying unsuccessfully to hold the other one with my arm. There we go. Right, let's see if we can seat the bead. I'm going to blow it up without the valve in first of all. Right, number one videoing mistake, forgot to turn the camera on and press record when I was blowing this tyre up for the first time. So I'll tell you what I did. Took the valve out, well the valve was already out, that allows maximum airflow in. I was expecting this to be quite tricky, but actually it was really straightforward. Just blew it up to about 30 psi. It's got a warning about not going above 35 on there, so just blew it up to 30. And it's absolutely fine. Bead sat on the edge of the rim, lovely. So take the air off now, and obviously all the air is going to come out, and then we need to put the valve in. I'm going to run these at as low a pressure as possible, probably under 10 psi if we can, just to get maximum grip. Okay, let's find out if it fits. And I'm so pleased to say it does. The wheel's not going all the way in because of the chocks that I've got behind it at the moment, so I'll just adjust those and then we'll get the wheel on. So I've taken the chocks out now. Putting that washer on. C-clip back on. And the valve cover back on, although I need to lower the pressure a little bit more in these, I think. And then the cover back on. So if you find yourself wondering if a 16 by 6.5 tyre will fit on your Stiga Park 120, I'm happy to inform you that the answer is yes, it will. Obviously I'm aware these are slightly bigger than what it's got on at the minute, so that is going to increase the gearing ever so slightly, so I have to be a little bit careful about that, but I think it's also going to make it actually usable on the sloped parts of the garden in which it needs to be used. So that's great. So there we go, one Stiga Park 120 with some extra grippy rear tyres fitted. So now we've got those new back tyres on, let's give it a go. So I'm really pleased with how that worked. It's probably quite hard for you to tell on camera, but that is going up and down this bank much easier than it was with the original tyres. So I'd call that a success. Thanks very much.